So, had an experience last night. Well, a lucid dream. Also, sorry that you can like half see me. I gotta be careful. I hope my phone doesn't fall. It's on a magnetic clip and it's fallen a couple times. But anyway, I gotta be careful while doing this since I'm driving. But turn some daggum air on. Oh look, there's my neighbor driving right beside me. Anyway, but I had a lucid dream last night, another one. And I've had many lucid dreams in the past. I'll let them go. And I had another lucid dream last night, and it was quite cool. I'll say that, man. Lucid dreams are crazy, and it's like every time I have a lucid dream, it changes my perception a little bit. Here's a bit clogged. So, where are my sunglasses? So, I just wanted to talk about this lucid dream I had last night and what I learned from it, I guess, or what I was reminded of, I should say. Because I've learned quite a bit about lucid dreams over the past, I guess it's been like probably over a year since I had my first lucid dream, I think. So, yeah, the lucid dreams are fascinating to me. So anyway, let's just get into it. The whole sort of point, that thing that I learned or was reminded of, especially from the lucid dream I had last night, was that your thoughts alter your reality. Like, they really, really do. Your thoughts and your beliefs very much alter your own reality, okay? So, let me think. So, I'm gonna go through the whole dream. It took a little while for me to become lucid, but I'm just gonna explain it. This video might be a bit boring, whatever, I don't care if it gets a ton of clicks. I just want to talk about this, maybe it'll help someone. So, let's see. So, now this was, by the way, I woke up from this lucid dream at about 6:55, it was. That's something that seems to be a common theme, at least for me, is that when I have lucid dreams, it's always like past about 6 a.m. So it's always later. Like, and I usually wake up at about 9 nowadays. It really depends, but about 9. So anyway, let's get into the dream, okay? So, it's weird talking about this because, for one, I'm usually not great at recalling dreams, but I can remember a good bit of it. And two, just because it's trippy talking about lucid dreams. So I had this dream I had a few dreams last night, but I had this dream that I was with my brother, and I remember we were in I guess it was some sort of hot air balloon or something that could travel through the air. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was something that could fly, and we were traveling through the air. Anyway, I just remember we got to this planet, I guess we got to this other planet. I don't remember like traveling in space and but I just remember we arrived at this planet, basically. We arrived at this other planet. Me and my brother get off the spacecraft or whatever we were in, I don't even remember. And we step onto this planet, I guess. And I remember me and my brother started talking about I don't remember exactly what we said to each other, but we were talking about, what should we do, and we should go explore this planet. I couldn't really tell you what the planet looked like. I mean, I can kind of remember it wasn't a colorful planet. I remember that. It was definitely kind of more of a dark colored planet, I guess. But yeah, me and my brother were talking about, like, should we explore? What should we do? And then I remember, like, it's so stupid, but I remember, like, we started getting mad at each other. We started arguing about something. Well, we started arguing about, like, what we should do. And I remember my brother was saying something like, we should make up a game, and we should, like, start playing a game. Like, to help pass the time. I don't know. He said something like that. And I remember, like, I said, hold on. I said, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. We just arrived on a planet. We don't even know what the planet's called. We have no idea if there's any other life form on this planet that could potentially attack us and hurt us. And you're telling me you want to sit here and you want to play a game? That's basically what I said, more or less. And I don't remember what his response was, but after that, I remember we got mad at each other, and, like, there were some, I don't know what they were. There were, like, pieces. There were a bunch of, like, pieces of wood in a pile. I guess pieces of wood. I guess that's what they were. And I remember, like, he started like trying to throw the pieces of wood at me because we were mad at each other. And so I remember, like, I tried to throw a piece at him, and it was weird. It's weird how dreams work, but yeah. But then, okay, I'm trying to remember. Okay, then eventually we stopped being mad at each other, and I remember we somehow found and entered some house. Some house appeared or something, and we went into this house and kind of, like, started exploring it. And yeah, this is where things get trippy. Because, by the way, at this point, I was not lucid yet. Okay, I was just dreaming normally. But, yeah, I don't remember much about the house. Though I do kind of remember one of the rooms. If I remember correctly, one of the rooms looked kind of similar to a room that was in the house that my grandma used to live in. I think, if I remember. It was similar to that anyway. So, yeah, and then, okay, this is where things get strange. So, I remember we were in this house, and, like, there was this door in the house that was, like, half open. And I was very close to this door. I was just, like, I don't know. We were just, like, looking at the house or whatever. And I remember hearing... Well, okay, let me explain this first. Because this has to do with... Okay, so... There's a... If y'all know the movie Divergent. Great movie, in my opinion. There is a scene in Divergent where... It's towards the beginning of the movie, I think, where... It's whenever Triss takes the aptitude test. Yeah. And they give her the drug, and she starts basically going into this dreamlike or hallucinogenic state. And she sees all these things, and basically it's supposedly it's like the drug induces certain things, and it's a whole test of who you are and everything. Pretty interesting, but there's so in that movie there's a scene there's a part where I'm trying to remember exactly how the scene goes, but there's a part whenever a dog appears, and it's this pretty big, I think it's like I don't know what kind of dog it is, German Shepherd maybe, but it's this dog appears, and it's this really mean dog that's showing its teeth, and, like, you can tell it's hungry. And yeah, it's this scary dog. And Triss looks, and she's scared, and then she looks over, she sees that there's this little girl, and she sees that the dog sees the girl and starts chasing her. No, hold on, I got that mixed up. before that, there's this big scary dog, and then the dog starts running at Triss. And Triss like has this moment where she closes her eyes and she just like, I think she like fell to her knees, but not like fell to her knees. She like goes to her knees in a very slow manner. And then when she opens her eyes, this big scary dog is now a puppy, this cute puppy. And she starts like petting the puppy. And then after that, a girl says something. She looks at the girl, then she looks back, and and all of a sudden the puppy is turned back into a scary dog. And then the dog starts chasing that girl, and then Triss basically runs after it and tackles the dog. And it's a pretty cool scene. But so that's the scene. So in my dream, I saw this big scary dog. Gotta make sure the camera's still recording. And basically what I did, okay, so there was a scary dog. It was like right outside of the house that me and my brother were in. And at this point, once I saw this dog, it was just me and the dog. My brother, I don't remember him saying anything. So it was just me and the dog. And I remember thinking, oh shoot, I need to close this door, because this dog is like literally just like, it can, if it wanted to, it could dart inside the house, and that would be bad. So I was like, I need to close this door. So I tried to close the door, and the door was hard to close, but I was able to close it like most of the way. Like I closed it almost all the way, not quite all the way, but I closed it enough to where I was like, okay, the dog can't get inside. And it did try to get in the house, but I was able to close the door. So I was like, okay, good. Whew, I was like, the dog's not inside. But then I look over, and a few feet in front of me, inside the house, is the dog. So the dog basically teleported. is what I infer from that. So again, it's a dream, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I still wasn't lucid. So anyway, so I'm like, oh crap, there's the dog, and I'm like, shoot, and then. Yeah, so the dog's literally like a few feet away from me. It's growling, it's showing its teeth, and I'm like, this is terrifying. But then I don't know what exactly happened after that. I think somehow I ran out of the house or something, and the dog followed me. And then as we were outside, me and the dog, at some point I became aware that I was dreaming. And I remember I looked at my hands, which is something I do, because they say if you want to learn how to lucid dream, you need to do reality checks. And so like I heard that that's one of them. So that's something I do to check if I'm dreaming, because a lot of times if you like look at your hands or something, you'll see something off, like one of your fingers will be bigger than the rest or something. Like that's happened to me, but for some reason the past couple lucid dreams, or the past few I've had, whenever I look at my hands, they look completely normal, but I still know that I'm dreaming, if that makes sense. So that's what I did. I remember I was like, wait, hold on. I kind of realized, I was like, wait, is this a dream? But actually funny enough, I didn't ask myself, is this a dream? Or I didn't say, am I dreaming? Or I'm dreaming right now, which usually I'll say something along those lines when I have a lucid dream, but actually I didn't in this dream, which was interesting. So yeah, let me get a bit of water. Someone has a bumper sticker that says, "My cat is a Republican." That's interesting. Anyway, 15 minutes almost. So I gotta finish the story up before I get to work, though I'll probably have a few minutes once I get there. But yeah, so I look at my hands and I realize, oh, this is a dream. Okay. And so then this dog is like barking and growling, and I basically am like, well, I can control this. So I'm like, I basically did exactly what Triss did in that scene in Divergent, except I didn't close my eyes. because I know not to do that. Because one time I did that in a lucid dream. I closed my eyes for some reason. I forget why. Oh, it's because I said something, and then I was hoping if I closed my eyes, then opened my eyes, what I wanted to be in the dream would be there, but it didn't work, and I just woke up from the dream. So I know not to close my eyes in a lucid dream. But basically, I just like, I saw this big scary dog. It was decently far away from me, but I literally just like went inside my mind, and I was like, just believe. Like literally, it's a feeling. It's like, just believe. You just have to think the right thoughts. Like, that's all you have to do. And sure enough, I like looked down and I looked back up, and this big, just like in this scene in Divergent, this big scary dog is now a cute little puppy. And I start petting it. I'm like, oh, look at this puppy, you know? And yeah. And so that was really cool. It was such a crazy moment. Because again, like, I know that, you know, I did that because I've watched Divergent at least 2 or 3 times. So, probably at least 3 times. So, it's interesting the way the mind works, man. It's so interesting. But, yeah, so now I'm petting this cute puppy. And by the way, the dog looked about like the dog in that scene. It looked pretty much the same. So, yeah, which makes sense. But, yeah, so then I remember, I'm like, well, now this scary dog is a cute puppy, and I'm not afraid of it, so I start running. I remember I'm like, I'm gonna play with this puppy now. So I just, again, I'm outside. I just start running, like, with this puppy, and and it's like chasing me or like running with me. And then for some reason, I remember thinking, I got the thought, like, what if, I guess because I was thinking of, or because I wasn't directly thinking about that scene in Divergent and how I just did what Trish did, but like that was kind of on my mind, because like, you know, so I was thinking, I was like, wait, what if the puppy goes back to being a scary dog? But then that didn't happen. What happened was, shortly after I thought that, at some point while I was running with this puppy, the puppy turns back into a dog, a full-grown dog, but it's not mean anymore. It was just a happy, normal, healthy dog. So that was interesting, because I kind of would have thought, because you know they say with lucid dreams, whatever you think about, it's going to become a reality. To me, that doesn't necessarily seem to be true. So I don't know. I guess it depends on the person. But yeah, so I kind of would have expected that, since I thought that the dog would, or the puppy would turn back into this evil dog. But oh crap. Did it stop recording? I hope it didn't. Whew. Low battery, yeah, I gotta charge my phone, but yeah, so yeah, then like I said, the puppy turned back into being a full-grown dog, and I kept running with it, and it was fun. It was like really cool, you know, because it's like I literally changed what happened in my dream with just my thoughts, just by believing, just by like having faith almost. I literally changed this big scary dog into a puppy, which then changed into a dog, but it was no longer scary. So yeah, it's just interesting. It's just cool. I've had a lot of cool lucid dreams, like thinking my most recent lucid dream, besides the one I had this morning, I flew around. That was so super fun. Man, that's so fun. Oh, also I remember, I forgot to mention one detail. When I was running with this puppy, or maybe it was when it turned back into a dog, I was just like running with this puppy, having fun. I remember that it came to my mind. I was like, wait, I should be able to run faster, you know, because normally in dreams when you try to run, it's like slow motion. But I remember thinking, I was like, wait a minute, since this is a lucid dream, I should be able to run faster. And once I thought that, I started running faster again. So it's like, it's all about what you believe and what you think. And I wasn't able to run at like full speed like I could in real life, but I was able to move quite a bit quicker than, oh, come on, dude. I I was able to move quite a bit quicker than I normally can in a dream. So I thought that was cool. Yeah, but oh gosh, it's such a weird video probably with you can half see me and the phone is moving. But yeah, so let's see, I got a park over here. So yeah, that, and then there was a bit more of the dream after that where I let's see, I'm trying to make sure I'm pulled up enough. It's a bit more of the dream where let's see, there was like, well, should I explain that? I don't know, but I will say this, like, at some point during the dream, I remember I was outside, I was like walking up a hill. Yeah, I was like walking up a hill. At this point, I wasn't on like another planet. I'm gonna hold it like this. At this point, like later in the dream, I wasn't on another planet anymore. I was just like, I mean, everything looks like Earth, basically. And I remember I was like walking up this hill. I was like, it was a road. I was like walking up a road on this hill. And I remember like starting to like lose my lucidity, I guess that makes sense. So like, it's like I almost went back to just normal dreaming. But then like, I realized, I was like, oh wait, hold on. I'm starting to lose my awareness, basically. And then I was able to like stay lucid for longer, which was cool. And that's something like I've noticed, the more I lucid dream, it seems like the better I get at it, to where I can not wake up, you know? So yeah, yeah, it lasted pretty long. Like, it's possible that this was the longest lasting lucid dream I've had. Oh, also another detail I forgot was, yeah, I think it was actually whenever I realized, I was like, wait, I'm starting to lose. I was like, hold on, I can stay conscious. I'm pretty sure I'm sure that I nodded my head or something. I went like that. And this may sound crazy, but I bet you, I'd be willing to bet a good bit of money that if you were standing in my room and you could see me sleeping, I know this sounds weird, but if you could see me sleeping, you were in my room, I'd be willing to bet that my actual body, my actual head was moving whenever I moved it in the dream. Just cause like, I could just feel it. Like, I don't know why, but I gotta go in 3 minutes, but I gotta wrap this video up. But yeah, it was weird. It was like, cause I was like, hold on. And I tried to keep myself in the lucid dream. So I like nodded my head, and I could just like, it's almost like I could feel my head like on my pillow. It's weird, man. It's weird. Cause it's like, yeah, lucid dreaming is so crazy. Cause it's like, and here's the thing, here's what I've noticed too, again, and this is my point. This is what I'm talking about. This is like, lucid dreams are similar to real life in a way. Like I said, my thoughts and my belief in my lucid dream literally changed the dream. It changed my reality. It changed what I experienced. The same thing is true in this physical dimension, or whatever, you know, the real world, whatever you want to call it. Like, that's what I've noticed as I've had many lucid dreams over the past many months, or maybe a year. I can't remember the exact day I had my first lucid dream, but yeah, that's what I've noticed is like, thoughts change reality. Your thoughts do change your reality. They may not change reality itself, but they certainly change your reality. And I know this is true because, well, I'm not going to explain that because that might sound like I'm like bragging, but like, I know it's true. Like, your thoughts change your reality, very much so. And I don't know, it's crazy. It's just like sometimes I'll be at my job or something, and I'll just stop and I'll just be like, man, this could be a lucid dream. And like, I say that to myself, not because like I could literally be dreaming right now, because like, you know, excuse me, there's obviously, I'm not dreaming right now as I'm making this video, but like, it's weird how lucid dreams are very similar to real life in that you are conscious, you know what I'm saying? You are in control. Although, personally, when I have lucid dreams, I'm not in control of everything. But, yeah, I am still conscious, so it's interesting. There's definitely, like, similarities between reality, I guess, in lucid dreams and reality in real life, quote unquote. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I got to go to work now, but yeah, your thoughts are very powerful. Your beliefs are very powerful, extremely influential on your reality. So yeah, it's crazy how powerful the human mind is. So that's all I wanted to say. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching if you made it to the end. See ya.